Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy MLB show for today, the 16th of May. I'm going to do it all in one show again today, just like yesterday, just because it's a reduced amount of games today. I'm going to start with the pitchers. There are three I'm going to be looking at using at today. I prefer to leave Drew Smyly because although he's the elite strikeout option today, his control wasn't as good the last time. He does get to face the Blue Jays bats, which do hit lefties very well, and obviously it's a great park as well. I would take Rick Porcello, but that game looks in serious jeopardy for the weather today as well, and obviously we don't want to have a pitcher in who's not going to actually play. So J.A. Happ of the Toronto Blue Jays for 10,900. Happ has been performing very well. He's 5-0 with a 2.05 ERA. The lefty is not elite on strikeouts, but Tampa Bay ranked 6th in baseball for strikeouts. They're not overly strong with the bat. So I think, if anything, Happ has got a high floor today. You know, you should be able to get a decent amount of innings out of him, hopefully, and that's why I'll be using him today, because, as I say, it's a fairly dry day at pitcher. Jordan Zimmerman of the Detroit Tigers for 10,300. The Twins rank in the top 10 in strikeouts in baseball. Zimmerman is far from elite. He only gets a strikeout every 2 innings or so, but he has pitched well in defeat the last twice against elite pitchers, and he did notch 7 strikeouts against the Twins 3 starts back. So I think, you know, we'll certainly hope for Zimmerman to repeat that. That was 7 innings of 1-run ball with 7 strikeouts, if I recall correctly. And I will take a chance in a couple of my lineups on Chad Green of the New York Yankees. It's a very risky play. We don't know how many innings he will get. It's super cheap for a pitcher on debut. He was around a strikeout per inning in the minors. Arizona can strike out, ranking 7th in baseball. It is a hitter's park. There is power potential in that Arizona lineup. As I say, we're not sure if he'll be on a sort of pitch count, low innings as well. It's a play with a low floor, but it's also got potential for high upside as well for the money. You know, I'm looking to get about 4 points per $1,000 spent minimum, and I think Green can get to 16 points and free up me money to spend on the rest of my lineup. Yeah, I think he probably can. If I got 6 innings and anywhere between 6 and 8 strikeouts from Green, I'd be delighted. 5 and the win and 6 is probably more realistic, which, you know, is going to do the job for the money that we're paying. Stacks of the day today. I'm very disappointed the early start in Cleveland isn't included in DraftKings today, because I did want to stack Cincinnati Reds against Cody Anderson in the forecast weather conditions. I will be stacking Miami Marlins. Jared Eichhoff has allowed 3 runs in each of his last 3 starts, but Miami do hit right-handed pitchers well, and there are favourable forecast wins for the hitters today in Philly. I think it's Philly they're playing, isn't it? Yeah. First baseman Justin Bour for 3,700 has the platoon in the matchup. He's hitting .265 with 6 home runs this year. Derek Dietrich qualifies at 2nd or 3rd. We will be using him at 2nd for the purpose of this stack. He's hitting .298 with 2 home runs, but he does hit at the top of the lineup, and he has the platoon advantage. In the outfield, Christian Yelich for 4,600. He also hits at the top of the lineup with the platoon advantage. He's hitting .308 with 5 home runs, and there is stolen base upside with him as well. And the third baseman, Martin Prado, for 3,600. He's hitting .374. Doesn't hit for a lot of power, but he is at the top of the lineup and should get some RBI and run opportunities in this matchup today. I'll be stacking Detroit Tigers. Nick Castellanos at third base for 3,500. He's hitting .344 with 7 home runs. First baseman Victor Martinez for 3,500. He's hitting .352 with 5 home runs. And second baseman Ian Kinsler for 4,000. He hits at the top of the lineup. He's hitting .301 with 7 home runs. He has stolen base upside. They get Berrios of the Minnesota Twins, who hasn't performed well in his starts really this year, so I think there's some potential for some runs in the game. I'll be stacking Texas Rangers as well. Rougned Odor for 4,000, assuming that there isn't a suspension that comes down for that right hook. You know, the lefty doesn't have the platoon advantage in this matchup, but as we saw yesterday, he can certainly use his right hand as well. They playing Oakland. Sean Manny will pitch. Manny has got a lot to do to prove that he can perform at this level. His ERA is 11.37 to this point in the year. Odor is hitting 286, leads the team with 7 homers, and adds your stolen base upside with 5. Adrian Beltre at third base for 4,100. He's hitting 275 with 6 home runs. He enjoys the platoon in the matchup, and he hit a home run last night. And in the outfield, Ian Desmond for 4,000. He's hitting 264 with 5 home runs, 7 stolen bases for that upside as well. Is another player that went long last night for the Rangers and enjoys the platoon in the matchup. And a mini stack on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Adrian Gonzalez for 4,100. He enjoys the platoon over Shoemaker, who's been terrible this year. He's got a whip close to 2. Decent wind conditions, light breeze blowing out at Dodger Stadium today against the Angels. Gonzalez hits 288 with 4 home runs, and Corey Seager for 4,400 enjoys the platoon over Shoemaker. 289 with 6 home runs, but 4 of those home runs have come in the last 5 games, so we know he's swinging a very good bat. My foundation players for today, first base is Adrian Gonzalez of the Dodgers for 4,100. As I say, 288 with 4 home runs and a platoon advantage, and he gets Matt Shoemaker, who we want to capitalise on while he's around. Second baseman is Ian Kinsler of the Detroit Tigers for 4,000. 301 with 7 home runs this year. Hits at the top of the lineup. Has stolen base upside and gets the below average starter in Berrios. My third baseman is Josh Donaldson of the Toronto Blue Jays for 4,300. He has 3 home runs for a career off Drew Smiley. The American League MVP is only hitting 258. He has 9 home runs, but he does crush left-handed pitching, particularly at Rogers Centre. My shortstop has got to be Corey Seager of the Los Angeles Dodgers for 4,400, enjoying the platoon against Matt Shoemaker, with light winds assisting. Went deep twice last night, took him to 6 on the year. Giancarlo Stanton in the outfield for Miami, 5,100, in a hitter's ballpark at Citizens Bank tonight. He's got good weather conditions forecast as well. Stanton has 11 home runs this year, and there is absolutely no reason why he can't add to that total tonight. And finally, my value plays. At first base, I'll take Victor Martinez of the Detroit Tigers for 3,500. He's facing Berrios, as I keep saying. He's one of the pitchers we're targeting today. Martinez has been excellent the whole month of May. He's hitting 352 with 5 home runs. My second base value play is Starlin Castro of the New York Yankees for 3,300. Robbie Ray's numbers might be skewed a little bit by the start in Colorado, but he has allowed 10 runs his last 14 innings. Castro enjoys the platoon in the matchup, gets the hit in Chase Field, has got 2 hits in 2 lifetime at bats against Robbie Ray, and is hitting 286 with 4 home runs this year. My third baseman is Danny Valencia of the Oakland Athletics for 3,300. He's hitting 342 with 5 home runs this year. All of those home runs have been in the last 3 games. He's had a 3 home run game and a 2 home run game. He enjoys the platoon match in the matchup against Derek Holland. There is wind forecast to be assisting hitters in Oakland today, although it is a pitcher's ballpark. Derek Holland has been struggling. He hasn't made it out of the 3rd in his last 2 starts, and he has been known to give up home runs as well. Sticking on that theme, my shortstop is Marcus Semien of the Oakland Athletics for 3,800. As I say, Holland has been flat out awful. Semien is the main power threat for the A's, and he enjoys the platoon in the matchup. And in the outfield, my value play today is Yasiel Puig of the Los Angeles Dodgers for 3,800. Shoemaker has to be got at while he's still around in the bigs before, well, they might have to send him back to the minors, even though they've run out of pitchers with the injuries. Puig has only got 4 home runs this year. I'm hoping that he'll add to the total tonight, and he does add a little bit of stolen base upside as well. That's what I have for you today. Best of luck with your lineups on DraftKings, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video. Hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups, and have a great day.